Here, Dead Street manager Josh Gowling, job done into the next round of the FA Cup.
Yeah, they're always hard games, aren't they? You know, they're a league below. In a sense, we're expected to win, so it was a tough game. I thought we controlled the game from start to finish. I thought we could have been a bit more clinical, to be honest. And I think, you know, you end up the back end of the game just kind of not hanging on, but they're putting a lot of balls in the box, stuff like that, when really the game should have been dead and buried.
I didn't feel that Sporting really opened up the Hereford defence at all throughout the game.
No, I mean, you can say that about the whole season, really, so far. I don't think many teams have opened this up. It's just, I just thought the concentration levels were excellent today. You know, if you look at some of the goals we conceded this season, they've been, you know, from mistakes, and I just felt today we were just on it. It was a professional performance. I thought when we did turn balls over, we turned them over in good areas, which enabled us to get bodies back behind the ball. So, you know, that was really pleasing. 5
changes from the Brackley game. What were your thought processes in that?
We haven't won. So, you know, you've got to look at it and think, you know, where are the areas? You know, I've got great staff, you know, and we sit down and when we're not winning, we look at areas that we need to improve on and things that we're doing that impact that. And we sat down and we made those changes. We tactically changed a few things today, and fortunately enough for us, you know, we got the win.
So I always look at pace in a team, and if you've got that, you're always going to be a threat. And second half, I mean, first of all, what did you make of James Caton's home debut in the first period?
Yeah, for us, we wanted, I think today, you know, obviously when we played with Ryan and Miles, they're, you know, you see Miles in the second half, they're lightning quick, you know, they get up the pitch, but I think at times we turn the ball over a lot. So, you know, the idea of playing Caton there today was just kind of retain possession a little bit more, enabled us to get a hold of the game at times, you know, instead of just turning over, and I thought he did that quite well. Obviously come off at half time, he had a bit of a niggle, so we had to bring him off, but for a debut I thought he did okay.
Because to me, the pace then in the second half, Bromsgrove couldn't cope down the flanks.
Yeah. Again, when you've got Ryan and Miles in the team, when you get them the ball, you know, they're absolutely electric, and, you know, we did get in good areas today, and I just felt we didn't quite pull the trigger, did we? But hey, at the end of the day, we'll take a win.
Any injuries to report?
No, obviously Kane was in today, Jack was in today, and they've got some ankle issues. Obviously Brad's with his arm, Aaron's on his way back, of course, so, and obviously like I said about Kate, so, you know, we're just monitoring it. Obviously at this point of the season, you know, we've had quite a few games, you know, back to back, so we're going to pick up a few niggles, but again, it enables us to make changes today and still get results.
Right, Miles Richards' debut in goal, how did you think he fared today?
I mean, he didn't have a lot to do, but he was called upon at the end there, wasn't he? And he made an absolutely tremendous save, and obviously it gets us the win. And, you know, I spoke to players before the game, and, you know, I've been in teams that are consistent winners, and what you have with consistent winners is you have a group of players that always want to be that guy. They always want to be the one to win you the game, and I thought today we had that in him, we had that in Ryan, and I thought, you know, Zach obviously ended up having a cameo role, but he makes that vital header at the end to win us the game, so that's really pleasing, and we've just got to take this now and then propel ourselves forward and kick on.
Yeah, important 2 home games back to back to pick up points in there.
Yeah, I mean, you look at our form in the league, it's, well, just in general, with what we had, 4 losses, 3 wins now, 2 draws, so it's not horrendous, but it's not what we want, and we know that, and you know, we've got to kick on. Now, have we got as many technical footballers in the team this year as we had last year? Probably not, but what we do have is a stronger group of stronger, you know, performers, and for me that's the reason why we've got the points we've got on the board right now, but it's not quite gelled yet, but it's coming. I think there's real good signs every game we're playing, and, you know, we just want everyone to stick with us and you know, give us that confidence that we can come here and win games.
So it's important that you're expansive at home, and you've got Harry Pinchard back in today in that number 10 role, and that seems to excite people.
Yeah, I mean, he picked up some great pockets, didn't he? You know, he's sliding balls in between for Ryan Miles and tight times, and that's what Harry gives you. He gives you that. He's just got that football brain. He's got that great technical ability to get in really good areas and create and produce things. So it's, you know, at home, that's what you want, don't you?
And finally, about the goalkeeping scenario, does this mean that Miles Richards has retained his place because it's a clean sheet today, or will Keane's Tyler come back in because he hasn't really done anything wrong either? Bit of an issue for you to think about, maybe.
Shall I give you a one-word answer like I did the other week? No. Keane's away on international duty now, so he's been called up with the Wales 21 team. So obviously we knew that last week. obviously when we signed him on loan, he didn't have the call up. So obviously Coventry didn't let him play today, and now he's got a call up next week. So that's why we've brought halves in. I thought it was excellent. He's done right. He kicks it an absolute mile. So we'll be expecting him to be here for a bit longer, and then obviously start the next game.
Because it seems strange to have two on-loan goalkeepers at the same time. That was my point, really.
Yeah, it seems strange to me. No, obviously Brad had his injury. We brought Keane in to come in and play. And then obviously when he's had the call up to Wales, which no one could foresee, we've then looked at it and gone, well, actually he's going to miss a couple of games, so then we've had to go and get another keeper in. So it's just how it's a bit of bad luck.
Still a regionalised FA Cup third qualifying round. Any preferences, or you just want a home game, I guess?
Yeah, I think the last couple of years FA Cup's probably not been the kindest to us at times away from home and some of the teams we've played. So yeah, you just want to get through to the next round, don't you? I think that's the big thing for us. So I don't care who we get as long as we get through to the next round.
Thanks for your time.
Cheers, thank you.
What's the Jack Evans? Is he injured today?
Yeah, he. So the Brackley game, he just went in an attack and rolled his ankle. So he come in training on Thursday, and his ankle was massive, it was puffed up. So it was for us. It's not risking, ankle injuries are not great, so we didn't want to risk him today. So, but he's settled down a lot today. He's been in working with Aaron, the physio, and he's settled down quite a lot.
And did he do that before he scored at Brackley?
He probably did it. That's why he scored, because he was that high up the pitch. To be honest, no, he did it early on in the game with a tackle. So obviously he got through it. But then I think sometimes with injuries, your adrenaline gets you through, doesn't it? And then once it settles down, then you start feeling aches and pains, and obviously the swelling comes. So yeah, but we'll assess it over the next week. Okay. Cheers, guys.